little busy, but yeah, couldn't
Okay.
follow up. I should just see the videos again, and then maybe if any doubt comes, I can ask.
Okay. Okay. No
Yeah.
problem. Let's wait for one more minute. Then we will start. Yeah, let's start. Let me share my screen. Please let me know once you are able to see it. Is it visible now?
Yeah, Deepak, yeah.
Okay, great. So, till here we covered a study, right? Order quantity one status profile. Okay. Now I explained you earlier also what is status profile. So what is status profile? What for we use this? We have seen at the header level also. What is the main purpose? Anyone? What for we use status profile? No one remember? Some sort of approval process. Something you remember now? No one is remembering that thing. Status profile thing. I told you right. There
Is
are
it
some.
like a customizable and user-defined statuses, basically like open, completed, things like that? We can maintain our own status profiles also.
No, no, no. See, as I,
Multiple status within one profile.
but what is the use? What is the use of it? In general term, what is the use of status profile? Why we will use it? We use it for approval process.
Tracking,
Approval,
tracking.
not tracking, approval actually. Let's say
Okay.
I am creating something and someone has to approve, then only it has to. Let's say I created order, okay, and the business wants whenever Deepak creates any order, it has to go to the Vishal first. Vishal will see, Vishal will validate the data whether correct material, correct price is there, everything is fine. Then Vishal will release it or Vishal will change the status. The status what we see in the header or item in the sales order, that is different, okay. If you go to your sales order, you see some status here, right? At the item level as well as you see at the header level, right? These status are different. These are SAP standard status, okay. These all we don't play around with. This will all will come automatically based on your document. Let's say you created a delivery, it will change. If you create an invoice, these all will change. So we don't change all this. But if you are using a status profile, apart from, because this are, if you are using this only, then there is no such kind of approval process here. Okay, to an SAP, in MM we have a strategy or something, a release strategy. I mean the MM, when I say the purchasing route, we have that control. Overall in SAP we have workflow also, that can also be used for this approval process. And in SAP sales order we have this status profile that you can use for your approval process. Let's say, as I said, business requires the approval to be done before creation of delivery. So I can create the order, but I cannot create the delivery until the authorized person checks the data and he approves it. Okay, I'll show you where it will appear. If you don't have configured it, so if you see here, yeah, this one. If your status profile is active, you will see this button in the status tab only. You see, in our screen, this button is not there, right? Because we are not using it. If you configure it, then this button will come, object status. Then Vishal needs to go to the header or item. These are status profile can be activated at both the places actually, header level as well as item also. Just give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, Deepak.
Okay. So as I was saying, once you activate the status profile, then you will see this kind of button, okay? And once you click on this button, you will see something like this, okay? So here is the release status. This is how the, if you click on that button, this will pop up, okay? And then you can release it. You can have multi-level of approval. Let's say business requires, if Deepak, if anyone creates order, first Deepak will check, then Vishal will check, and then Manoj will check. Okay? Then there is three kind of approval happening here, right? Then only your delivery be created. Okay, generally we use this as status profile or approval kind of stuff for create memo and debit memo. Normally we use this actually because that is something after sale kind of activity, right? Something as we have already sold it and then we are doing some sort of financial settlement, whether underpaid or overpaid kind of stuff we are manipulating, right? So that kind of stuff generally company wants it has to be under some supervision. So they use this stress profile. This all you can create it. Here it is, you see it has created 5 level 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So what they will do when I say they will approve, so they will click on this button, they will come here, they will select the radio button actually. They'll click on the radio button and there will be some save or something button will be there now. They will click on that OK. Then that is released now. Okay. So this is what we use it. As item category I said, we have this at item level also, but generally we don't use it at item level. SAP has given that option, but we don't use because see when you create any order, let's say there are 3 line items. If you said okay, the first line item will go to Deepak, the second line item will go to Vishal, third line item will go to Manoj. So it's unnecessarily complicated, right? Who will remember all this? That which item will go to who, correct? So it's not recommended to use at item level. And SAP has given that option. You can use it at header. You can use it at item. To use it at the header level, you maintain it at a document type. Okay, where we can see it. If you go to your document type, VOV8, go to our own document, there RO8 or 9 something. Where is status profile?
It went up status profile in transaction.
Sorry, here.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you put it here, it will come at the sales order header level. Here this button will come. To activate it the item level, what you will do, you will maintain in the item. Item is item category. Okay, VOV7 is the T code for item category. You open any item category, just scroll down. There you go. The status profile. You see, if you maintain here in the item category level, then your that button will appear at the not here. That button will appear at the item level status tab. Here that button will appear. But as I said, it's not recommended to go for item level. Generally, we go at the header level. If this document has to be approved by someone, the whole document that person only will approve. It's not like 10 line item 10, someone else, item 20, someone else will approve. It's unnecessary complicated thing. It's not over because business don't want the system to be over complicated, so we use at a header level directly. Okay. Now another control is create PO automatic. Okay. This control we use in the third party mainly. Okay, as I told you in third party what happens, what is the third party process in general, what is the third party process, anyone?
We said to vendor that directly distribute to
But
customer.
before you ask the vendor what is the first step,
We usually check if we do have the stock or not,
so
and
when
if
okay
we do
when
not,
you check the stock directly, once you morning and you wake up you check the stock, there is something which is happening before that also. What is that?
We get the order.
Right,
order
right. Then
quotations.
first we create the order, Then you check the stock and everything, and then you find out, okay, it has to be delivered by vendor. Then you go for that route, right? Always think from the transaction. If you not remember, think from the SAP perspective. What you will do first? So first you will create the order, right? So my first step is order creation. Then based on the item category, you know it's a third party or based on stock or for any reason. As I said, sometimes the same material you will ask the vendor to deliver, or sometimes the same material you will deliver, you also will deliver, right? Based on the availability of stock. In some scenario, what will happen? The same material you will never create. You never produce it. You always ask the vendor to create. Okay. Now, when I say you ask the vendor to create, as soon as you save the sales order, system creates a PR. That is a purchase requisition. Like we have inquiry quotation contract, right? So in route, I mean the purchasing route. Let me let me give you a basic idea. Okay. So like we have our inquiry, then quotation, then contract, then schedule line, all this we call it pre-sale activity, right? Then we have our sales order, correct? These all are our pre-sale activity. So similar kind of transaction we have in SD, not exactly that we call pre-purchase or something, but we have something called PR. PR means purchase requisition, okay? And then they create the PO, that is the purchase order. Okay. So when you create your sales order, what system does in the backend? System creates a PR, purchase requisition. Okay, and then a PO needs to be created, and then the actual goods will be purchased by your vendor, or let's say it has to be delivered to the customer. It goes to the customer. But like we have sales order in we have PO. So as I said, sometimes you are direct, let's say not third party, let's say normal process, you are buying something from a vendor. So it's not what do you call mandatory to use purchase requisition. You can directly create sales order. I mean the purchase order directly. You can buy the product from the vendor. That's it. You don't need to go mandatory like we have the same stuff we have, right? Inquiry codes. We don't mandatorily need to use it. If you have the requirement, you use it, or directly you can create the sales order and VO01. That's it. That also works, right? So now in third party, what happens when you save the sales order? System creates a PR number. It's the same sort of number like we have our sales order number, right? Like 5730 something. So some number it will generate. Let's say 1234 or something it will generate. Then what this will controls actually, if you check this checkbox, now let us go to item category. Where is the checkbox? Yeah, this button. System will automatically create the PO. As I said, when you save the sales order in VA01, system created the PR number and it will wait for the PO creation. Someone has to create manually if this checkbox is not checked in, this checkbox. Okay, but if you click on this checkbox, system will create the PO also. Okay, the purchase order also will be created automatically. This is a very good interview question actually. That when for third party process when I'm saving the sales order, what will happen? Then you will say a purchase requisition will be created in the backend. Then the interviewer will ask you, I want my PO also to be created automatically, where I can control this. Then you will tell we have the control in the item category. We have to put the checkbox in the create PO automatic. Then only a PO will be created automatically. Not only this checkbox, there are some other parameters also because let's say there is a material ABC, okay. Then you also need to maintain some certain thing that ABC material being purchased by which vendor. Like in sales order, we are selling something, then there's a customer number mandatory, right? Who you are selling. Same for purchase order. If you're buying ABC, from whom you are buying, right? That vendor number is important. So that number also we maintain somewhere. Okay, so it's not only the checkbox is there and PO will be created automatically. No, there are some background prerequisite also needs to be maintained. Then only this checkbox will work. Okay, so this is the use of that create PO automatic. This you can ignore. Not that important. This is also not that important. Ignore as of now. Structures go. Before you, I don't know, this is also not important, but that's a very simple, you can remember this actually. Let us discuss one. Uh, we have taken one example, right? Like the pen and the refill cap and this one, right? So this is my, this whole we call it as a BOM, right? This is my BOM, bill of material. This is my header. These all are my child or item, whatever these people call. Sometimes child, sometimes they call it item. Yeah, these all are my child items. These three. Now think of a scenario. Uh, the chassis, okay. Let's say chassis also has its own component. So this is one BOM. Now let's say uh, chassis also had its own component, like let's say uh, back cover and the front end or something. Now this is also another BOM, which is, you see, chassis itself is acting as a BOM here. So now if I say pen, first level BOM will open or BOM will explode, or at this level it will cap chassis. But then again, chassis itself is containing its own child item. It is made of,
Deepak, I
yeah.
have a like query.
Hmm.
Like this header, you have mentioned chases and child item is back cover.
Right.
But when I learned ECC now, so there this chases they were calling like higher level item, and child item is like sub item.
Yeah, that, as I said, these all terms actually. They call it sub item, okay. They call it main item, or they call it a header item. Anything they call it. Okay. The main concept is this is my main item and this is my component. Sometimes they call it component also. Okay. These all are different terms actually,
Okay,
but meaning is same only. That to
okay,
produce or to make one pen, you need this many items. Simple. Let's say I'm selling a laptop. Then RAM, hard disk, okay, the display, the mouse, all these are my component only. You call it child item, sub item, okay. So these all different terms these people use, but the idea is same, okay. Now as I said, now this is my first level. As I said, multi-level means one of your component will have its own child. That's a multi-level. Simple understanding, right? Out of my BOM component, there is a component which has its own bill of material or own child item. Then we call it a multi-level BOM, right? Because when I say pen, it had its own component. Then out of its one of this component, it has its own child. So it's multi. It could be go to 3, 4 level also, okay? Because since we have taken a very simple example in real world, this is very much used actually. This multi-level thing. So theoretically, at least you should know what is multi-level BOM and what is single level BOM. Okay. So what if I say what is the structure of this chassis BOM? You will say it's single level because chassis had its own item. That's it. There is no further subdivision. But if I say what is the category of pen, then you will say it's a multi-level BOM. Okay. So that's what it says as structure scope actually. So since this term come actually, I thought of explaining this one: single level BOM and multi-level BOM. Any confusion in this one? Anyone?
no, no, Deepak.
Okay. Forget about the structure scope. You remember this term and difference actually. Sometimes this is also being asked what is single level BOM and multi-level BOM. We will create it in CF01. We will try to create maybe once it comes later. We'll try to create it. Different. I don't. This all no need. These all are simple. Some standard configuration it has one actually. For like TAQ, its billing levels is I mean the price is X. The billing levels is A. For TAP, it's blank. So this is all standard. Document with standard document type and a standard item category. It has shown some controls that you can see in SAP also, so no need to worry on this one as well. Is all fine. Okay, now we will see the item category determination. As we have already discussed, there are 4 parameters based on which your item category determines: document type, item category group, item uses, and highest level item category. Correct? Where this item category group is there, from where this item category group comes?
Material management.
Material, yeah, not MM. You need to
Material.
answer like this: material master, material master.
Material.
Like this, you have to answer in the interview. So now let us. Anyway, we have discussed it, but since this topic came, we will try to cover it one more time. So see, sales document type, item category, uses, and filter level item category. In most of the scenario, you will not use these two fields. Okay, most of the scenario will be covered in these two fields itself. But you need to know these four also. Four you need to remember. And as I told you earlier also, sometimes this interview will ask you how many manual item category you can enter. As I told you, if you see in this screen, you will see okay, there are only 3 options. But if you double click, you will see 10 number of manual items you can enter. Okay, and let us see what else we have. So document type is clear. Anyway, once you create any document, you will take one document type, like we are using ZOR9. So the document type is the document type which we are going to create. Item category group, as you know, say that you all know, it comes from your material master sales of view. Okay, there are a few standard item it has one, like norm is for normal item, BNS is for third party. Okay, these two are if you remember. If you remember Arla also, that's fine. Bill of material, no need to worry on this one. Now, okay, now let's discuss what is this uses thing actually. If you see this, there is a field uses, right? If you see this text, it will be FREE or some PSEL. Okay, if you scroll down, you see there are some free items. I mean the free, what do you call, free text uses, PSHP, all these things, right? So we'll try to cover what is this and from where it will come. You see, let's say I told you earlier, let's say I'm giving some 10 item to customer, and there is an agreement between customer and the company that whenever you are buying 10 pieces, I will give you some 2 pieces as a free. So what will happen in that case? When you go to your sales order, you will only enter one line item. Okay, let me show you hypothetically at least. Go to the OR9, you put the ORG, ZC, and ZD. Okay, let's put our this one. Let's say I will enter 10. I've entered only one. I press enter. So now you see, I entered one. There is only one line item. But if there is free item or free goods determination configuration is in place, what will happen? This TG1296 will come again with the quantity 2. Let's say we have the agreement of 2 free as whenever you are buying 10. Then this line item will come automatically. You will not enter it. Okay, the second line, whatever you see here. So what will happen basically? You entered only first line item. System created the second line item by its own because system understood okay for 10 pieces the system has to give 2 pieces as a free. So system created this second line item. Now system also knows why the second line item is created, right? System know okay this is coming because of I have to give it to free. Then for this line item, what will be my uses? It will be free. System automatically determines. There is no place that you can control this uses. Okay, uses you cannot control anywhere. It comes automatically whenever system adds the material. Okay, if you read the definition also, whenever the sub item is automatically determined in the sales document, like BOM, other than BOM actually. Okay, the document other than BOM, let's say free goods, material determination, or cross-selling or batch split. So for understanding purpose, let's understand one scenario only, free goods. And as I told you, when you go for free goods, then system will take this as the uses for that item. Now let's see. So for this item, how system will determine its item category? Sales document type, item category group. Fine. But when system will try to determine the item category for this line item, since there is a user for this one, right? The system has automatically added this TG1312, the second line item for 2 pieces, and there is a user tagged with this line item to uses free. Then system goes and finds the combination where there that free is there. Then only it will determine. If it's not there, system will throw you error. Let me give some. Let me see if anything is there. When we will configure this free goods, then you can see it how it comes actually. Okay, let's go for over. Maybe for over it comes this there. Okay. Now, if you see this one, whenever that free is coming, let's ignore the fourth one. Higher header level you ignore as of now. You consider only these three. So whenever this 2 is coming, that is a free good is coming, and there is a user's free, system will determine TA double N. Correct? But for the first line item, it will not consider this free because this first line item is the main item, it's not free item. So there is no user linked with the first line item. So then system will go for OR and norm. That's it. Like OR and norm, and then based on this, it will determine some 10 or something. Okay, let's ignore the third. As I said, the header level.
Deepak, sorry,
Mhm.
there's one line item category OR norm without usage and TANN and TNN. The fourth one in
Mhm.
that same thing. Fourth, yeah, that one.
Mhm.
It doesn't have that usage free.
Let's
So
say here is let's say here it's 10. Okay,
yeah,
then whenever that main item, system will take this line because there is no usage, so system will determine 10. But for the second line item, as I said, system will tag some users to the second line item. System will come to this line item, and system will determine item category for the second one is TA double N.
so you that usage is I mean mandatory also, no?
Not mandatory. See, it as I said, it you cannot control this usage.
Okay, okay,
System controls it. Whenever that system creates another line, then system checks the usage thing. This line
got
item
it.
system has not created. This I only entered first line item, correct? 10 pieces.
Yeah,
So then there is no usage for that one.
okay,
Okay. When I press enter, and let's say for free, we have configured the system for free goods, then second line item is automatically created. Then that usage will be linked, some usage, maybe free good or cross selling or anything.
got it,
Okay, na?
understood.
Then only the users come. You cannot set it for some line item mandatory. Manually, you cannot set it. It comes. It has to come
Okay.
automatically. Okay. So that is the user for this free sale. Cross selling also. This is also simple, but when we cover this cross selling, then we will. I'll tell you how to. Okay. So now if someone asks you where is item usage and how it impacts your item category determination, so you need to give at least this one example. Okay. Now. Those are different example it has given for header level pricing or item level pricing. All this you can ignore all those, no problem. You only need to understand what is the use of that user field in the item category determination. Now header level item category. So this is again for BOM free material determination cross listing. So here you can take example of BOM. It will be easier for you to understand. As I told you earlier also, when I sell a pen, there are three components: pen, chassis, refill. That time my refill has to behave as a different behavior, right? The refill is has to be treated as a free, and my whole pricing is happening for the pen only. So even though my refill will appear in my sales order, it will not impact my pricing and nothing. The pricing is maintained at the pen level. But when I'm using the same refill separately to some customer as a spare part, then I need to charge that refill, right? So see the same material, but it has to behave differently for different process. So there it comes actually. The bomb, whenever I entered bomb, let's say pen, it what do you call it, explode actually, they call it explode. Okay, this term these people use in SAP. Explode means its component will appear in the drop down in the what if you, let's say if it's a bomb item, okay, let's assume it's a TG9 or something, okay, like this. And let's assume this is my header and this is my child. So what will happen, as soon as you enter TG12 underscore 96, system will automatically add these two items, but these two items are the child or component item for this header only. So now these two has to behave in the differently because it appeared because of the main item. So again, this item category will be different. Let's assume this is refill, right? And this is my pen. Let's for timing, let's assume it's my pen and this is my refill. So whenever I'm selling it with along with pen, it will be some sort of, let's say, TAMM. But when I'm creating another order where I'm only using this TG12 underscore 6, that is only refill, that time I cannot give it to free, right? That time I want to charge it. Business needs to get some money from that. So that time the determination will happen. You see, this is where this header level item category comes into picture. If your any item has its header item also present in the sales order, then it impacts the item category determination. If it is not there, then that field will again it will ignore. Like I said, the users also, like I said, whenever that user is there, then only it impacts. If it is not there, it will not impact your determination. Similarly for child also, I mean the form this header level as well. If something some component is there and it has its header item, then this header item category it also comes into picture. If it is not there, system ignores these two fields. Clear? Any confusion in this one? Let us try to. Let me just give it some time. I'll try to create a bomb maybe if it works. TG12 underscore 96. Let's say let's take this one only, and we will take ZPLT bomb user. I will take 5 or something must be there. 5. Okay. Let's make it TG30. 1 the item category. I think it will be L. TG12, TG13 we were using, right? For 1010, right? Let's go back. I don't want to use our material. I want to use some other material so that our material is not impacting. Let's see TG12. Okay. Plant I will give 010. I will make TG13. Let's see. I don't know. 14. Let's try to save it. Okay, great. We are able to create it now. Let me go to display. So what I did actually, see, this is how you create a BOM. Okay, you go to CS01, you put your main item here, then you put a plant, and BOM uses 5. There are so many BOM uses for our sales order or sales process. We use this 5. Okay, you need to remember. Maybe some people this also will ask you in the interview. What is the BOM uses for sales process? They need to tell it's 5. Okay. So now what I told the system, to make one TG12, I need two component or two child or two item. I need TG13 two pieces. I need TG14 5 pieces. Then only I can make one TG12. This is how the BOM looks like. Clear? You can change the BOM also. Let's say you want to change the quantity. You can go to the same configuration, same data. Let's say you want to make it 3. You make it 3, you save it. So your BOM is created. There will be no BOM number, but now system has created a BOM for this material and in this plant. Now let us create a order. I'll show you how it works. So that BOM will also be clear to you. At least some idea you will have. At that item category determination also you will have some idea. So let's do override 1010 only now because we have created in that plant only.
Deepak, isn't BOM usually important for materials management and
No, not
uh,
material. It's BOM.
production planning and all that
No,
stuff?
material BOM is something impacting mostly to the production planning team and then
Yeah,
to the sales also. Not for purchasing team. They don't bother. But they are bothered for the component individually.
yeah,
Our headache to assemble it, the production team will assemble it or they will manufacture something and then we are going to sell it as a free good. Let's say I am selling a laptop, right? Let's say
yeah,
example of laptop. I have a company, I'm selling a laptop. Then from the sales perspective, you need to worry how much time you are selling. Let's say a customer asks, I need 32 GB of RAM, I need 100 TB of hard disk, right? For
correct.
purchasing department, it's their own. They are not bothered about the combination. They are only about okay. You need 2000 TB hard disk. I will get it from somewhere. That's it. They are not bothered where you will use it, how you will make a bomb, how you will do the component. No, they are not bothered. They are only bothered which material I have to buy. That's it. So they don't bother about the bomb. For bomb, you are bothering. Why? You are going to combine it. Okay, this is laptop. This is a chassis I will use. This is the hard disk I will use. This much RAM I will use. I will use the internal mouse. I will use the graphic card. So for you, BOM is important. For purchasing, they don't bother. They will simply say, okay, you need graphic card. Okay, I will buy the 10 graphic card. That's it. They don't bother
Okay.
about the I mean the BOM level. They are only bothered about the item level. Okay, now let's create the order. Let us put that. Now see what will happen. I am putting TG12. Okay, I will enter one piece. It has not exploded. Wait, something wrong we maintained here. Where is that control? It has not exploded. Bomb status one is active, that's fine. Valid from 2 of April. Then 2 of April only. Why it has not exploded?
So if we put TG12 here, then those two materials also will show, right?
Right,
TG13
right,
and 14.
right. Those two should also come.
Okay.
Long back actually I also created bomb. I don't remember, but there is something which is stopping us. Wait, there is something which is stopping us to explode it actually. It has to come automatically. We have created the bomb under 1010, right? No, still it has not came. Something is missing still. 1010, that's fine. Load detail determined. What else? Active as well. Mm, mm, mm. User also we maintain bomb number is there. TG12 same metal we took, right? TG12 only. Let us put it again maybe. Thing we missed actually. Maybe while creating the bomb some data we are missing. No, it is not taking that. Just give me 1 second. Let me see. So what is happening? My bomb is not exploding, right? Let me search. Okay, it says maybe because of material master. Okay, let us change it.
Deepak, your mic, there's some
Just
disturbance suddenly.
yeah, I switched on the fan actually. Just change it to airline actually. Mm, airline. Let's change it here as well. Oh, yeah. ERLA. Okay, now let's try to create a sales order. TG12. I need one piece. Plant is 1010. I want. Now you see. Now my bomb is trying to explode. Why it was not exploding? Because the item category group was wrong in the metal master that we have corrected and we have made it the Erla. If you go to Battle Master, we have changed it to Erla. Erla is for BOM item. Okay, structure item. Norm is for normal items that we are selling individually. Then we use this norm. Okay, this is the first thing we have corrected it now. But still, if you see, I'm getting some error. But if you see this error, I am trying to enter TG12. But what is my error? I mean, does this error contains TG12? Anyone? Just read the message.
No, TG13.
TG13. Okay, so now it is trying to explode, but it is not able to determine the item category. So it is throwing you an error. Let us try to make it 10. Okay. Because we have maintained all those, now those customer material info record and all. 10 is not defined for item 0. Hmm. Okay, no problem. Let's fix it. Now we have the bomb. Let's try to create a sales order. Let us first delete that. What was the T code for that one? BD51, right? BD52, I think we have to go. Let's remove this plant first. From here on, it is taking this 1710. Let's delete it. Close it. Now see what I will do. I am trying to create my order. I will put my TG12. I will press enter. It will ask me quantity. I will put 1. It is giving me some errors. First of all, you see this TAQ is there. TOE came correctly. Now it is asking TG13. It is not able to determine item category. Now let's go to the item category table. What is my order type? What are we taking here? OR. What was the item category group in the Model Master? Erla. Let's press OK. Now you see TAQ is fine. Correct? That is why you are seeing TOQ, right? Why this TOQ came? Because of this line. Because of this line. This is fulfilled, right? This criteria is fulfilled. Order type is OR and item category group is Erla. This is why your TOQ came. Fine. So it is throwing you error for the second line item, that is the 13. So first of all, order type anyway will remain same only. Now you need to see what is the item category group for TG13. Let's go to Battle Master. For TG13 this time. TG13. This is something wrong. Let's put it. Yeah, let's make it Erla only. And this one I will give 0. So I will take this one. Here also I will maintain it Erla. I will save it. Okay. Now TG13 is solved. Since we have changed the master data, we have to try it again. Let's go to VA01 again. TG12 is now you see system has TG13 error is gone down. Now it is asking TG14. You see, so we have to change for TG14 as well. Because individual item and BOM item behaves differently, so that it will have the item category group differently also, right? NORM is for normal item. Since we are using BOM item, we have to use ERLA. Go here, change this as well. Now let's try to create again. TG12. Let's put one piece. Now you see the difference. I have not entered this 13, 14 manually, right? It came automatically. So this is how your BOM explodes. Now you will say, this is my header item or parent item or main item, and this is my child item. To produce one, or let's say, let's take example of laptop. So one laptop will have one RAM, one hard disk, one CPU, one mouse, all those things, right? But in some cases, there could be, let's take a car. For one car, you need four tires, right? So in that case, let's say this is car and this is tire. So you will maintain four. From where this quantity came, this 2 and 3, I entered only one, right? I only entered TG12, I entered one. From where this 2 and 3 came, pieces, the quantity for the second and third.
We maintain the configuration in BOM, right?
Not the configuration, yeah, we maintained in BOM, but that's not configuration. It's the master data actually.
Yeah,
If you go to
master
BOM, uh, TG12,
12.
right? You see, that's what we have maintained, right? To produce one, I need two pieces of 13 and three pieces of 14. So this is how your BOM explodes. Now you see few differences here. Your first line item become uneditable. Okay.
No,
Also, if you see this line item, this number, this column, header item, header level item, this 20 is coming because of which material? It is coming because of first material only, right? So you see, this is why it is saying 10. That means this line item is somehow related to the line item 10. You see 30. Why 30 came? It also came because of this only. It is a child item for this TG12. So you see 10. That means it is also a component of TG12. Okay. Now how you see the item category. Or let me do one thing. Let me put TG13 separately. Yeah, great. Now you see these two items. What is the difference you see?
it is separate. It doesn't have the line item. It's not associated with TG12.
Exactly. Why? Because I'm selling it separately.
Yeah.
It's kind of refill. As I told you, I'm selling this refill separately. This is why it is acting independently. And now you see the item category for both the item. Both the materials are TG13 only. But you see the item category,
TAQ.
TAQ and TEAE. Why it is different? My order type is same. My item category group is same, correct? In Material Master. Then why it is different? It is different because of it is a part of this material. If you go to this one, determination now, let us minimize थोड़ा सा इसको इधर करके. Yeah. Now let's talk about this 40 only first. Okay. So what is my order type for 40? OR.
Or
What is my item category group for TG13 in Metal Master?
Erla,
Erla.
Erla.
Let's put
Perla.
Erla. There is no uses because we only entered it, so it's not automatically created by system. So there is no uses. It will be blank. It's not coming from any header because we only entered it separately, so there is no header level thing also. Let's press OK. What is the item category you see?
TAQ.
TOQ. So this is why TOQ came. Now, why this TAE came? Now let's try to understand why this TAE came. Now this time, what is my order type again? OR item category group ERLA. Uses, let's, is not there because I said uses will come when system creates automatically apart from BOM. Okay, this is very important. If you read that note also, it clearly says when system is creating or adding that additional line item other than BOM. So in our case, it has came because of BOM, right? So this will be blank. Now, what is your header level item category?
10 TG12.
No, no, category. Item category for first main item. This is what it says, item category of header. This is your child, right? What is this header?
TAQ.
TAQ. Material is TG12. And what is item category for header level? TAQ. So let's put TAQ here. So your determination, item category determination for TG13 will happen based on these three parameters now. Let's press OK. You see, OR, ERLA, uses we are not using. TAQ, it is TAE. So this is why you see TAE here. Same goes for TG14 also. Okay, let's change it for timing for you people to understand. Let's make it something else. Let's say anything. Let's say TCB10 or something. I don't know. Maybe it will throw some error. Then we'll see. So now what should happen now? If I create another order, what will be the item category for all these four items? Tell me one by one. 10, 12, 13, 14. What will be the item category for all those four items? For first line item,
CB10.
for first line item, TG12. Let's talk one by one. For this item, what will be the item category if I create another order now?
It won't change.
It won't change, correct. For the second item,
That might wait. It might become CV10. No. Uh,
anyone?
It will change to CB then.
Exactly, it will change to CB10. What will be the for the third line item?
Same, it will change for that also
CB10.
because it's applying to 13.
Exactly. What is for fourth line item?
TAQ same.
PAQ.
It will not change, correct?
Yeah.
Let's try. Let's see. PA01 over. See, there are only four parameters. Why you people are getting confused so much? There are only four things, right? Order type, item category group, uses anyway we are not using, so ignore this also. Then you have only three fields based on which your item category will be determined. So you should not get confused this much, okay? TG12, let's put 2 in all this thing. Okay, 2 item came. Let's put TG13 again as a separate item. Let's say one piece. I added. Why it is asking? Okay, TG13 should not grayed out actually. I don't know what happened here.
Because it is pre-assigned 4 pieces required or something. No,
No,
maybe
no, no,
because of the order
no,
quantity.
not because of this. It should
It's
not happen. It should come automatically. It's maybe. Let's see again. Let me put it DG13. System did not find a valid bill of material. Find I have not maintained, so it should not find as well. Mm. Okay, ignore it for the time being. Let's see the item category first. You see now it has came to
CB10.
CB10, and this also again it has not changed. Why? Because it's OR, ERLA, and its individual item. So for OR and ERLA, it was TAQ only. Correct.
Yeah.
So this is how your this column controls. Ignore this one. We will discuss later. Maybe let's not waste time. So now you understood how your header level item category impacts your determination, item category determination. You can
Yeah.
play around with this data maybe. Okay, then you have some idea. This uses we will see once we will configure this. What do you call this thing? The free goods. No, then I will show you again this thing how this uses impacts your item category determination. Okay, for time being. Clear so far?